right, now shifting our focus to some other stories that we are tracking is where in a rapid escalation of diplomatic tensions, Canada has issued an updated travel advisory for its citizens in India, urging them to remain vigilant and exercise caution. Now, this is the second time that Canada updated its travel advisory in just 5 days, and the Indian visa services have been temporarily suspended by Canada. Meanwhile, security has also been tightened at Indian missions in Canada amid Khalistani supporters' protest. The Interpol has issued a red corner notice for Khalistani terrorist Karan Vir Singh, and meanwhile, Canadian security authorities have reiterated that the Khalistani issue doesn't hamper Canada's relationship with India. However, they urge for the cooperation in the ongoing investigation.
I'm fully aware of Prime Minister Trudeau's statement, the government's stance, and the government's request for India to participate in and cooperate in the investigation. But really, that has no impact on us here at the Indo-Pacific Conference. We're really here to build relationships army to army, and we'll let our governments deal with that issue themselves.
See, more than coming out with travel advisory, what is expected from Canada is that they need to come down heavily on those Khalistani terrorists, because Canadian Prime Minister is not doing enough to improve relationship with India and de-escalate their diplomatic row between the two countries ever since he had given a statement inside the parliament blaming government of India and its agencies for killing of Khalistani terrorist Hardeepsinghnijjar. Because by coming out with this advisory, he's only further going to embolden and encourage those Khalistani terrorists operating on Canadian soil, because he is that way sending a message loud and clear that, see, he is not bowing down before India and he is taking action, and this is a kind of a tit-for-tat response. India has a reason to be concerned about things, reason being the terror organizations are operating there and enjoying patronage of the Canadian government. That was one of the reasons that India had come out with those advisory. And why they came out with the advisory? Because just a day before that advisory, Gurpatwant Punnu, who is enjoying the patronage of the Canadian government, he had given a press conference where he had been openly threatening Indian Hindus as well as other people and asking them to leave Canada. So in such a situation, there was no other option left for the government of India but to issue an advisory asking their citizens to be safe. But this is a tit-for-tat response, because so far nothing of that sort is happening on the Indian soil. No such sentiment. Yes, there is an anger. There is a step being initiated diplomatically by the government of India, and on social media also the anger is being expressed. But nobody is here harming the Canadian citizen, because unnecessarily he is trying to rake up issue. But what is really required from Justin Trudeau government is that he need to come down heavily. But he will not do so, because for him, vote bank politics is really very important. Elections around the corner, and he's taking them as an influencer who are going to help them garner vote during the election. That's one of the reasons that he is not acting against them, and he is simply feeding the snakes in the backyard, not realizing that snakes are not only going to bite their neighbor, but they are also going to bite them too.
Now, Amit,